Hello everyone, my name is Kyla Putra Alia. My student ID is 251 402 6088, and today I'm going to share my listening log presentation based on two videos that I've watched. The first video is titled How is Your Phone Changing You? It was published by Accept Science on May 12, 2016 on the TED YouTube channel. The talk is presented by Michelle Moffitt and Gregory Brown, who explain how smartphones affect our bodies, minds, and daily habits. And the second talk is Four Things All Great Listeners Know. It was published by TED on YouTube channel. The talk is produced and narrated by the TED team, and there's no individually named, named speaker in the public transcript. This talk explained four important things that great listeners always do and why good listening matters in everyday communication. These are the two videos I will discuss today. So first is how is your phone changing you? For the summary, the first talk explained how smartphones can influence both our bodies and our brains. Today, billions of people own a smartphones, which show how deeply technology has become part of our daily life. The video highlights several physical effects such as poor posture. Many of us bend our necks while looking at our screens, and over time, this can put pressure on our spine. It also mentions that the increase in nearsightedness or myopia may be connected to spending too much time focusing on screen instead of objects at a distance. Another point in the talk is phone addiction. Many apps are intentionally designed to keep us engaged by giving small rewards through notification, likes, or message. This triggers dopamine, which encourage us to keep checking our phones, sometimes without thinking. The talk also explained how blue light from screen can disrupt our sleep cycle. Using a phone at night can make it for us to fall asleep or maintain good sleep quality. Despite all of this issue, the talk also reminds us that phones bring many benefits such as easy access to information, communication, and opportunities. Uh, for the personal response, after watching this talk, I started to reflect on my own phone habits. I realized that my phone affects me more than I expected. For example, sometimes I have trouble sleeping after scrolling on social media late at night. Now I understand that this may be caused by blue lights and overstimulation. And the part about dopamine loop also made sense to me because I often check my phone even when I don't need to. However, I also I also appreciated the positive side of smartphones. They help me stay connected with my friend and my family, especially those who live far away. Uh, they also make studying and finding information more easier than everyone thought. Because of that, I think the main message of the talk is to use our phone mindfully. We don't have to avoid technology, but we don't need to control it instead of letting it control us. So now let me move on to the second talk. The second talk is Are you a good listener? Summary. For the summary, the second talk focuses on what it actually means to be a good listener. The video explained that listening is not just staying silent while someone speaks. Instead, Good listening requires attention, intention, and effort. Good listening removes distractions such as turning off their phones or putting them aside. They avoid interrupting and they use body language like nodding or maintaining eye contact to show that they are engaged. Uh, the talk also explained the importance of asking open-ended questions because this helps the speaker feel understood. Another interesting point is the role of silence. Sometimes giving someone a moment of quiet can help them think more deeply and express their ideas better. These listening habits can strengthen relationships, build trust, and make people feel valued and respected. Um, for personal responses, after watching the talk, this talk made me think about my own listening habits. I realized that even though I hear people, uh, I am not always truly listening. There are moments when I get distracted by my phone or by my own talk while someone is talking to me. After watching this video, I think I understood how these small things can make others feel ignored or important. So I think I agree with the video that being a good listener does not mean you always to have agree with their opinion. It simply means giving someone to space to express themselves without judgment. I believe this skills is especially important today because many people are busy, stressed, or distracted. Good listening can help us communicate better in friendship, group discussions, and even academic settings. From now on, I want to practice listening more actively by staying present, putting my phone away, and giving people my full attention. Uh, for conclusion, after watching uh, two talks that I explained earlier, I became more aware that smartphone is not just a helpful. And for the conclusion, after watching and explain both talks earlier, I noticed a connection between them, even though one talk is about smartphones and the other is about listening. Both topics related to our attention. Phones phones can distract us from the world around us, while good listening requires us to be fully present. Uh, these two talks remind us to that healthy communication begins with awareness of how we use our phones and awareness of how we listen it to others. Thank you so much everyone for listening my uh, presentation. Thank you so much and goodbye.